Hello model railroad fans, welcome to a vintage road and rail video review. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at a N-scale train set. Thought I would take a look at a train set a couple of weeks or so before the holidays so that we can see if maybe this might make a good gift item for you, or if you're not looking at it for the purposes of a gift, maybe you're wanting to get started into the hobby. We'll see if this will be a good option for you. So before we really start taking a look at this, let's go over the pricing so that you kind of know what you are going to expect to shell out for this. And I did pick this set for a reason for this video review, and I'll go over that in just a second. Alright, so I've got my sheet here. But before we touch on the pricing, the reason I picked this is generally when it's Christmas time, you know, people want good gifts, but they don't want to break the bank because it's not like a birthday where you're buying a gift for one person. You know, you're basically buying it for everybody. You know, your kids, your parents, your uncles, whatever the case may be. So, you know, money can get a little funny. If you're wanting to give a train set or something train related as a gift, you kind of want to be a little bit more on the budget side. Or if you are breaking into this hobby and you're not real sure, you know, if you're going to enjoy it or whatever, you just want to kind of dip your toe in, if you will. You don't want to go spend $300-400 on a bunch of train stuff. So with that being said, this train set here in N-scale has an MSRP. This is what Bachmann would sell it for on its website. This is what it's in its catalog, and this is what it recommends you sell it for. $215. For the love of all that is holy, please do not pay $215 for this set. I will tell you right now, I just don't think that's worth it. We ain't even got to get into looking at it or nothing, and I'll tell you, I don't think that's worth it. Now, fortunately, resellers of Bachmann products are able to drastically discount the items that they sell. So one of the things I like to include is Amazon, because a lot of people shop from Amazon. So it's $143 if you were to buy this set right now as of December 5th, 2022. $143 with free shipping, which that does help out, is what you would pay for it. Now Train World, which if you're into model railroading, you're very familiar with Train World, has it for $130. But I would figure you're going to be at least $10 on the shipping, which will jump it up to $140. But odds are you're probably going to match the price when all is said and done. Now, of course, that doesn't include taxes, but you know, if you do include shipping, odds are it's going to probably be parity with Amazon. Now, it is worth noting that at one point Hobby Lobby had this set. This was kind of their basic go-to N-scale set, and they had an HO set next to it. If I remember correctly, it ran about $110, and if you had a Hobby Lobby nearby, you could just walk in there and get it. Of course, you had your taxes. But I don't know if you'll be able to find this set now, because this set, along with a lot of other sets, were purchased when they cleared it, did a clearance, and it was like $50. So that's the story on this one. So it's worth taking a look if you've got one nearby, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. Alright, well, now that we've got the pricing out of the way, let's see what's in this set, and let's get it open and see if this is worth your money. So we've got a nice compact box, which makes it good for being wrapped up and stuck under a tree. No one's going to know what it is. It could be almost anything. As far as the box itself is concerned, we got nice artwork here. We got where it calls it the Stallion, and that's in reference to Norfolk Southern. It has a horse on its right here on the front of the locomotive, and built into its logo, if you will. F7 EMD locomotive. This is F7A. Looks pretty nice from what I can see here. This looks like a 36-foot Texaco single dome tank car. This looks like a 40-foot gondola. And then we have a wide vision caboose with Norfolk Southern logo on it. And you're going to get a 24-inch circle of track, and that's it. and a basic power supply. And that's really all there is to it. It is a very, very basic set, which is why you can get it relatively cheap. In fact, I gave you the rundown of the pricing, but if you're frugal, you might be able to find a local hobby shop that may have it a little bit even cheaper, maybe like 110 or 20. Worth looking, but again, don't get your hopes up. So let's look at the box real quick, and then we're going to open her up. So on the side, we've got a nice picture of the train set, and then it just says complete, ready to run N-scale electric train set in multiple languages with their website. And basically that's what you see on all sides. As for the back of the box, again, we got the artwork, and it tells us basically what we've already went over, what's included in the set, so no point in covering it again. But then it does mention right here some alternate track plans that you buy. It gives you a list, like right here, see this list. You get these pieces of track here, some straights, some curves, and some switches, and combine that with a circle over here that you already have, and you can make one of these little layouts if you decide you want to expand it. Now I've got a sticker on here for the world's greatest hobby, so I wonder if we'll have some information on the world's greatest hobby in the box. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video and go ahead and get this unboxed, and I'll leave it in the tray for the moment, and then I'll be right back. The train set has been freed from its box. This is some paperwork that come with it. I have already removed it from the plastic bag. Thought about removing everything from here, but I decided just to leave it be for the moment. So let's take a look at the paperwork first. Let me just open this all up here, and then we'll give it a good look. So the first thing that we've got is we have got a list of contents, basically what to expect to see in this box, which it's a good idea to take a look at this list and then look at what's in the box to make sure that you have got everything that's supposed to be in there. If it's not, then you might want to reach out to Bachmann. And then we've got an exploded diagram of the locomotive. Now this is just going to be a standard DC locomotive. You're not going to get DCC, a full train set, for what this would go for. And then on the other side, we've just got some instructions on maintaining your locomotive. And I had a good guess. We do have some information on the world's greatest hobby, and some of the stuff that you can pick up and buy. Nothing on the back. So there's the world's greatest hobby track plan. It is the Madison Central, I believe is what they called it. It was featured in Model Railroader some years back, and you can find a video on YouTube where they build this whole thing out. Michael Gross is the host, and you can see what you would need to build this in HO. You got your expander track pack and everything, and there's a whole kit you can get that's got all of this, and then the track pack for N-scale. Let me see, is that the whole set, or is it just... No, that's just part of the track, so it's not the whole track pack. Alright, so let's set this off to the side. And then the next thing we've got is, this is just some information on caring for your train, hooking it up and all that good stuff. And then you can send off for a catalog. And then we've got some information on its 1-year warranty. And I believe that's going to be the same thing, but just in a different language. Alright, so we've already gone over this. So this is our power pack and the power supply. This is what, or the controller I should say, that controls your train, and this is the power supply. Here's your train here. It's going to have a Bachmann version of a knuckle coupler on it, but if you don't want that, they have included the Rapido style couplers, so you can switch those out. Alright, so let's flip it over, and then you can see your circle of track right there. Alright, so I've already cut the tape on this just to make it a little easier, or so I say. Alright, so I'm going to move this so that I can reach it without breaking everything. try to get a hold of it. Oh, that was a neat surprise. Alright, so here is our gondola, and it does have a coal load in it, and it has metal wheels, and like I said, here is the little knuckle coupler. I personally don't care for these, but they are what they are. And then next we have got, if I can get it out of here, our little tank car, Texaco. Looks pretty darn good to me. And again, with the metal wheels. And let's see if I can get this caboose out. Yeah, almost. Oh, you went tilt on me. Come on out. There we go. Alright. And here is our little Norfolk Southern caboose. It's got the metal wheels. We got our smokestack. Detailing looks pretty good, but it's not going to blow you out of the water. And then finally, we have got the star of the show, our E&D F7 locomotive. So let's give us a little bit better look around here. It's got some nice detail, but it's all molded in. And we've got our fans, our dynamic braking on top. This one does not have a steam generator. That would be right here. We got our little horns. Got some molded in detail in there, in the back there. Everything pretty much looks identical on this side. And then we got plastic windshield for in the place of where the glass will be on the real locomotive, which is fine. We got our little, let me come down a little bit, our little headlight, number boards. And we got that nice little Stallion on the front. And here we are on the bottom. Alright, so that is a look at the actual train set itself. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox all of this, and I'm going to hook up the circle of track here. Trying to decide if I want to actually fool with unboxing this or if I just want to use my existing power supply, but I may go ahead and do that just so that if you really want to get a good review of it, you can see how it works. So I think I will go ahead and do that. So give me a few minutes to get this all set up, and I shall be right back. I'm still setting everything up, but wanted to jump in real quick and go over something before I got everything all hooked up, and that's mainly just connecting the power to the layout here. If I turn this right here, and let's move these out of the way, you'll see these two prongs. This is where you connect your power to your track, and that will be, I forgot to mention it, this red cable. On this end is where you connect to that re-railer, and this opposite end connects to the controller itself. And this is the controller. It is extremely simple, and it's very small and compact, which is good, but there's nothing to it really. You can select, I think I got it upside down, yep I do. Select your direction, and then when you start turning it, it'll go faster until it reaches its maximum speed. The more you turn this, the faster it goes. And then here is where you connect that red cable that I just showed you, and here is where you connect this wall wart, and here's your power connector for that. Used to, there would be a couple of leads up here where you could connect AC for like accessories, like maybe you had a little house with some lights on the inside or whatever the case may be, but you're going to have to upgrade to something else if you want that. So anyway, let me go ahead and finish getting everything set up. I'm going to hook up the power, get the train on the track, and we'll see how it runs. She's all hooked up. She's ready to roll. So we've got our locomotive, F7, gondola, tank car, wide vision caboose. Everything's on the track, and you can see how I've got this hooked up here. And off camera is the power supply. So I'm going to put it in forward, and let's see how she runs. There she goes. Since we're going slow, let's see how slow she can go before she cuts out. Now this power supply or this controller don't give me any amperage or voltage or anything like that, so can't really tell what it's pulling, but it seems to be going pretty slow. That's really good. Let's see if we can go down just a tad. She's starting to stutter just a bit. It's really jerking a bit now. But she's got really good slow speed. Even slower, cogging a bit. Wow, that's really good. I'm really impressed. Oh, she stopped. Alright, so let's pick it up here. Seems to be a touch on the loud side, but I think that's fairly normal with some of these budget Bachmann. I'm going to do max speed and hope it don't fly off. There we go. That's as fast as she goes. Now this is just a 24-inch circle. As is, you're not going to be pulling a lot of cars, but you could easily put another 1 or 2 on there. Locomotive would handle it no problem. And it wouldn't look completely silly. At least no more silly than this. Alright, so let's slow it down a bit here. Alright, I'm going to come off the tripod. Move it out of the way so we can get a little bit closer look. Alright, there she is. I think she looks pretty good. Now this is the Stallion, and we got a good headlight. And in HO scale, there's a very similar train set called the Thoroughbred, which will be coming up fairly soon in a video. In fact, it's right over there above that Hershey train set and below that yellow Bachmann box. Alright, well, a couple things to note. Again, this is a budget set, so you're not going to be getting any whiz-bang features like DCC or anything like that. And you've got Bachmann's Easy Track, which just snaps together and has the built-in road bed, which is pretty decent track. It's not too bad, especially since it's nickel silver. But when you assemble it, just make sure that you run your fingers over the rails to make sure that the track is has gone into the rail joiner and not just sitting on top of it, because that'll cause a derailment. But yeah, for its price, if you're looking to get someone a train set for Christmas, I believe this would fit the bill. If you're considering getting into the hobby and wanting to do N-scale, but you're still not 100% on board with what you want to do, you can certainly get this little set, and it will give you a general idea what the hobby is all about, and certainly give you a good kickoff point to expand, to better layouts, to other locomotives, other rolling stock. So yeah, for gift purposes, I would highly recommend this little set. It is not bad, and if you can find a place where you can get it around about the $100 mark, even better. But please, please don't pay MSRP for it. It is not worth $215. No way. Alright, well, that is a review and unboxing of this Bachmann N-scale train set, the Stallion, Norfolk Southern. If you enjoyed taking a look at this train set, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you know when I have another video up. If you have this train set, absolutely let me know in the comments what you think of it. Was it your first train set? Did you get it as a gift? I'd love to hear about it. Alright, model railroad fans, until next video, happy model railroading, guys. Take care. How about a budget tunnel? 2 half-ton cars with 2 train sets on top. Who needs rocks and plastic?